Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're really diving into a story that shows you don't need a ton of money to build a super successful SaaS company.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Andre Heckel Jr. and how he made $1 million in AR
Wow.
in just 87 days with his company ListKit.
That's right. And the most interesting part is really how he did it.
Yeah.
We're going to uncover this unusual strategy. He used no venture capital, no big investment up front.
Right.
Just a clever approach and a lot of hard work.
A lot of hustle.
Yeah.
So you guys are definitely going to want to take notes on this one because we're going to break down his 3-step growth blueprint.
Absolutely.
And you'll leave us some really good insights that you can use in your own businesses, whether you're in the SaaS world or not.
That's right.
So what does ListKit do?
In short, it helps businesses connect with potential customers and clients through cold email outreach.
Okay.
But here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
Instead of jumping right into building some complex software, Andre took a step back.
Okay.
He started by offering what's called a productized service. So basically, he was doing those cold emails by hand for his clients.
Okay, so he was doing the work himself before he automated it.
Exactly.
What was he thinking there?
Well, it was a brilliant move for a few reasons.
Okay.
First, it let him see if people actually wanted this service. Was there a market for cold email outreach?
Right?
By doing it manually, he got feedback right away and could see what worked and what didn't. And of course, he was making money from the start, which he could then use to build the software later.
That's like the ultimate bootstrapping.
It is.
Like it's such a smart, low-risk way to kind of test things out and refine your offering before you invest a ton in development.
Yeah.
But it wasn't all easy from there, was it?
Not exactly. He ran into a big problem when a team of developers he hired didn't do what they promised.
Oh.
It was a setback that almost made him shut down the whole business.
Wow, that's like every entrepreneur's worst nightmare.
It is.
I bet that was tough for him.
Yeah, it was.
How did he get back on track?
This is where you see how persistent Andre is.
Yeah.
He could have given up easily, but he knew he had something special.
Right.
He really focused on finding the right team, and eventually he met Oliver.
Okay.
A talented developer who turned out to be the missing piece of the puzzle.
It's amazing how one person can change everything, right?
It really is.
So they rebuilt the entire ListKit platform with Oliver's help in just 6 months. And that's when things really took off.
Yeah.
From nothing to $1 million company in less than 3 months. It's incredible.
It's amazing.
Okay, so tell us the secret. What was their magic formula? How'd they grow so fast?
Their strategy had 3 main parts. The first was a smart cold email strategy focused on showing value.
Okay.
Instead of pitching ListKit directly, they offered potential customers 50 free leads.
Whoa, so they weren't just talking the talk, they were walking the walk.
Exactly. They were showing people how good ListKit was without making them pay anything.
I can see how that would be so effective. Imagine getting an email that's like, hey, we'll help you find 50 qualified leads for your business totally free.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to try that?
Exactly. It was a no-risk way for potential customers to see the power of ListKit firsthand.
Right.
And of course, many of those free trials turned into paying customers.
Yeah, of course.
But that was just the first step. They also used their profits to invest in targeted ads and content marketing.
Okay, so they weren't just relying on organic reach.
Right.
They were really putting themselves out there. Which platforms did they focus on?
They chose platforms where their target audience was most active: Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
Okay.
They made engaging content that showed the benefits of ListKit and attracted a lot of new leads.
Smart.
And here's another smart thing they did. They didn't have to start from scratch building an audience.
Oh, right. You're talking about Andre's existing audience from his coaching business.
Yes, exactly.
He already had a community of entrepreneurs and business owners who were interested in growth strategies.
Exactly. He used that existing network to get ListKit off to a strong start. It was a huge advantage that many startups just don't have.
So we've got a great product, a killer marketing strategy, but what about the pricing?
Right.
How did they figure out the sweet spot?
That's where their competitor analysis came in. They looked at what other cold email platforms were offering and how much they were charging.
Okay, so they didn't just pick a number randomly.
No.
They did their research to make sure they are competitive, but also making a profit.
Exactly.
So what did they decide on?
They launched ListKit at $97 a month, a price that was affordable for a lot of businesses, but also allowed them to make a good profit.
And it worked. They quickly reached $200,000 in MRR.
That's right.
Monthly recurring revenue for those keeping score. And they got over 1,500 customers.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. They did all of this with a small team of just 40 people.
That's another interesting part of their story. Andre was determined to build a profitable business from the start.
Yeah.
So he focused on what's called strategic global hiring.
Okay, tell me more about that. How did he build such a big team so quickly without any outside funding?
He tapped into the global talent pool, specifically hiring skilled developers from Ukraine and a customer support team from Lebanon.
That's smart. He got top-tier talent for a lot less money than hiring only in the U.S.
Yeah.
Did he have any problems managing a remote international team?
Of course, there were challenges, but Andre faced them head on.
Okay.
He set up clear communication, he used project management tools, and he built a strong team culture, even though everyone was far apart.
So he wasn't just focused on the bottom line, he was also making sure his team was working well together.
That's right.
It sounds like he had a clear vision for ListKit's future right from the start.
He did.
What were his long-term goals?
Well, Andre wasn't happy just hitting $1 million in AR. He wanted to reach $10 million.
Wow, that's ambitious.
It is.
How was he planning to do that?
His strategy had multiple parts.
Okay, so he had this multifaceted approach to get to that $10 million AR goal. Can you break it down for us?
Sure, he planned to keep using those targeted ads that were working so well.
Okay.
But he also wanted to grow their affiliate program and create partnerships with other companies in the SAAS world.
It sounds like he was making this network effect where every part of the strategy made the other parts stronger.
Exactly. And that's a key thing for any business that wants to grow fast.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just do one thing. Well, you've got to create a system where everything works together.
I'm really impressed with how much Andre wants to share his knowledge and help other entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
He's not one of those guys who's like, I made it, now you figure it out.
Right. He's not like that at all.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
He really believes in giving back to the community.
Absolutely. He shares his insights on his blog and social media, and he even mentors new entrepreneurs for free.
That's amazing because the entrepreneur's journey can be lonely and hard.
It can.
Having someone who's been there to guide you can make all the difference.
It really can.
It sounds like he's not just building a company, he's building a whole movement.
Yeah.
A community of entrepreneurs who support each other and raise the bar for everyone.
Well said.
That brings us back to his 3 main pieces of advice for new entrepreneurs.
Right.
I think we should go over those again for our listeners.
Yeah, definitely. Those are golden nuggets that anyone can use no matter what kind of business they're in.
Okay, so what's the first one?
Start as a service before you spend time and money building a product. Test your idea by offering it as a service.
Okay.
This lets you see what people think, get feedback, and improve your offering without taking a lot of risk.
That makes so much sense. It's like a real-world test.
It is.
You're getting feedback directly from paying customers, which is super valuable.
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the second piece of advice?
Use existing audiences. Don't try to build an audience from nothing.
Right.
Tap into the power of communities that are already out there.
Yeah.
Whether it's your own network online groups or even your competitors' audiences.
That's a really smart way to save time and effort in the beginning.
It is.
Okay, and what's the third and maybe most important piece of advice?
Get a co-founding team with different skills.
Okay.
You can't do everything yourself. Find partners who are good at things you're not good at.
Right.
So you can cover all the bases and create a stronger business.
It's like making a superhero team, right?
Exactly.
Everyone has their own special power that helps the team succeed.
That's a great way to put it. And this is where Andre's partnership with Oliver, the talented developer, was so important. Oliver had the technical skills and Andre focused on the business and marketing.
It was the perfect match.
It was.
It's a perfect example of how the right partnership can really transform a business.
Yeah.
You know, earlier we talked about Andre's pricing strategy.
Yeah.
Launching ListKit at $97 a month was a smart move and it worked really well.
It did.
But I'm curious, how did he handle pricing as the business grew and changed?
Right.
Did he keep that same price or did he adjust it?
That's a great question. As ListKit got more popular and added more features, Andre created a tiered pricing structure.
Okay.
He offered different plans with different levels of features so he could attract different types of businesses and make more money.
That makes sense. It's all about finding the right balance between giving people value and making a profit.
Yeah.
And speaking of balance, we can't forget about how Andre built his team.
Right.
Building a team of 40 people so quickly is impressive, especially while bootstrapping.
It is.
His decision to hire globally was a big part of that.
Absolutely. By hiring people from Ukraine and Lebanon, he was able to build a talented and diverse team without spending a fortune.
And it wasn't just about saving money.
Right.
It also brought in new ideas and different experiences, which made the company culture even better.
Yeah.
I think a lot of entrepreneurs are afraid to hire globally because they worry about the logistics.
I understand that.
What advice would you give to someone who's thinking about doing that?
I would say don't let fear stop you. There are so many resources out there to help you with global hiring, from online platforms to consulting firms.
Right.
And use technology to your advantage.
Okay.
Use project management tools, communication platforms, and even virtual team building activities to create a strong team culture no matter where people are located.
Those are great tips. It's all about being prepared and finding the right tools to support your global team.
Exactly.
You know, one thing that really stands out to me about Andre's story is how much he focuses on learning and growing.
Yeah.
He wasn't satisfied just hitting that $1 million mark. He's always looking for ways to improve, expand, and reach new goals.
That's what successful entrepreneurs do. They're
Yep.
never happy with where they are. They're always trying to learn, evolve, and push the limits.
And it's not just about his own growth.
Right.
He also wants his team to learn and develop.
Yeah.
He encourages his employees to try new things, take risks, and keep learning new skills.
That's so important because the business world is changing all the time.
It is.
So you have to be able to adapt and change to stay ahead.
Absolutely. And it all comes back to that mindset of seeing challenges as opportunities for growth.
Yeah.
And never giving up on your vision.
Well said. Before we finish talking about Andre's journey, I want to go back to his commitment to building a community.
Yes, we talked about that earlier, but I think we should explore it more.
I agree, because Andre's approach to community building goes beyond just networking or promoting his company.
Right.
It's about creating a real system of support, collaboration, and learning.
It's about creating those human connections that are often missing online.
Exactly. And he does this in a few ways. First, he's very active in online communities and forums related to entrepreneurship, SaaS, and cold email marketing. He doesn't just promote his own stuff. He has real conversations, answers questions, and gives valuable advice to others.
So he's not just he's giving back and adding to the knowledge of the community.
Exactly. And second, he created a Facebook group just for ListKit users.
Oh, cool.
It's a place where people can connect, share tips, and get help from both Andre's team and other users.
So it's like a built-in support system and a knowledge base all in one.
It is.
I bet that's really helpful for his customers.
It is. And finally, Andre hosts events both online and in person that bring together entrepreneurs, marketers, and people who love SaaS.
Nice.
These events are a chance to network, learn from experts, and build relationships that go beyond the internet.
So it's about fostering those real-life connections that are so important for building trust.
Exactly. And what's really amazing about Andre's approach is that it's not just about promoting ListKit.
Yeah.
It's about building a platform where entrepreneurs can connect, learn, and grow together.
It's like building a movement, a community that's bigger than just one person or business.
Will said, and that really shows Andre's leadership and his vision for the future.
As we're wrapping up this part of our conversation, I'm amazed by how much we can learn from Andre's approach to business and life.
Me too.
He's a perfect example of how we can do incredible things when we have passion, purpose, and a desire to make a positive impact on the world.
I couldn't agree more. His story is a reminder that success isn't just about money.
Right.
It's about building something meaningful, creating a legacy, and helping others achieve their dreams.
And that's something worth fighting for. As we wrap up this deep dive into Andre's journey with ListKit, I'm really struck by how much valuable information he shared.
I agree. It's like a masterclass in SaaS growth.
It really is. And what's so inspiring is that he did all of this without relying on traditional funding like venture capital.
Right.
He bootstrapped his way to success, showing that you can build a thriving SaaS company with a smart strategy, hard work, and a bit of creative hustle.
Absolutely.
Exactly. It's a great reminder that you don't need a ton of money to get started.
Yeah.
Sometimes the most valuable resource is a clear vision, a willingness to put in the work, and a relentless focus on giving your customers value.
I think that's key.
But let's be real, building a successful SaaS company is tough. There will be challenges, setbacks, and times when you just want to quit.
That's part of the journey.
What advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs who are facing those tough times?
That's a great question. First, I'd say embrace the challenges.
Okay.
See them as opportunities to learn and grow.
Right.
Remember, every successful entrepreneur has faced obstacles.
Yeah.
It's how they overcome those obstacles that makes them different.
So it's not about avoiding challenges altogether.
No.
It's about being tough enough and resourceful enough to handle them.
Exactly. And that leads to my second piece of advice. Build a strong support system.
Okay.
Surround yourself with mentors, advisors, and peers who can offer guidance, encouragement, and a different perspective when you need it most.
It's like having your own cheer squad.
Yes.
Reminding you how strong you are and pushing you to keep going when things get rough.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Right.
There are tons of online communities, masterminds, and even coaching programs designed to help entrepreneurs deal with the ups and downs of building a business.
So you don't have to do it all alone.
No, you don't.
There's a whole network out there ready to support you.
Exactly.
And your third piece of advice?
Never stop learning.
Okay.
The world of SaaS is always changing.
Yeah.
So you have to stay ahead of the game.
Right.
Read industry blogs, attend conferences, take online courses, and experiment with new tools and technologies.
It's all about being a lifelong learner, isn't it?
It is.
Always looking for new knowledge and improving your skills.
Exactly.
And that brings me to my final thought for our listeners.
Okay.
Building a successful SaaS company isn't just about the money.
Right.
It's about making something meaningful,
Yeah,
solving a real problem for your customers, and making a positive impact on the world.
I agree.
It's about finding that perfect combination of passion, purpose, and profit.
Well said.
And Andre's story is a great example of how that's possible.
It is.
He didn't just build a successful company.
Right.
He built a community. He encouraged learning and growth, and he inspired others to follow their entrepreneurial dreams.
That's right.
That's a legacy worth celebrating.
It is.
So as you start your own journey, remember Andre's story.
Yeah.
Start small, test your ideas, use existing audiences, build a strong team, embrace challenges, never stop learning, and always believe in your vision.
Great advice.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll be featuring your story on the Deep Dive.
I would love that.
That's it for another Deep Dive.
Yes.
We hope you've enjoyed this exploration of rapid SaaS growth and found inspiration in Andre's story.
I hope so.
We'll see you next time for another Deep Dive into the world of innovation, entrepreneurship, and groundbreaking ideas.